Alright, here's something interesting that happened today. I'm just sitting here watching TV and got room and board and everything for the folks taken care of. I ain't forgot what happened the other day. About those questions I sent my mom. Sure, it might have seemed a little passive aggressive, but if you step back and look at the words, literally for the words and get rid of the emotion, you'll see exactly why I asked those questions. And again, what's really interesting is all this craziness, or not craziness, totally expected. Alright, what I'm trying to get at is that, Dad's trying to convince me to apologize for those messages. And two things. One, I'm not going to apologize because those questions needed to be asked. And it bothers Mom that I asked those questions, and she's giving Dad a hard time, and that's why he wants me to apologize. And what he's doing is he's basically saying, you're not allowed over the house, until you apologize. Knowing, that he's got the air pump to top off my tire. He's got the equipment to do laundry and all of that. I can handle all of that on my own. It's just going to be a lot more difficult and miserable for me to do those things when I can just walk over and dare do that. And what was funny was it started off with, I don't want you just hanging out here, when I ended up staying over a couple of minutes watching a YouTube video before I handed the iPad over to let Kindle use it. I was literally just finishing up a beer and a video that I had started while I was over there. I think that was the polite thing to do. What kind of guest comes over, eats dinner with their parents and their niece, grabs an expensive IPA, starts sipping on it, and then just takes off over to his house. You know what I mean? But my dad, was like, come here, Josh. Brought me out to the garage and was like, until you do this, I don't want you just hanging out here. Okay, fine. So I haven't been over there. They got back from vacation or whatever. Knock, knock, knock on my door a couple hours ago. Expecting it. Went and got room and board. And now, I'm not even allowed over there at all. Which I'm assuming includes, like, laundry, refilling the water bottles without using hose water. Pumping up my tire if I have to make a trip into town. Things like that. And again, it's just because of that guilty conscience that they got that I don't have. And it's just because, and again, I would contemplate allowing Dad the comfort he wants if Mom would have at least just answered the questions. But the fact that Mom hasn't even answered those questions tells me she knows exactly what she's doing and has all along and continues to. And that's why I'm even more stronger than ever about not apologizing for those messages I sent my mom that needed to be, with some questions that needed to be asked, especially at that time. And they still haven't been answered. And they were simple yes or no questions, or simple one answer questions. Do you believe in, do you still have faith in God? I think was one of them. Or something, or are you still a Christian? Because the way she's acting especially supporting this problem with my being suicidal. Anyway, really weird thing is, I'm not kidding. It was a gorgeous day. I mean, I spent a little while out earlier this morning just enjoying the weather, and yesterday was awesome and everything, and I'm not kidding. It didn't seem like 5 or 10 minutes after my dad walked away with that room and board and that new rule that all of a sudden I hear the tink 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 tink, that distinct sound of heavy raindrops on a metal roof, and I glance out one of the windows that I got the curtain open on a little bit, and sure enough, it's dark, cloudy, and it's pouring heavy rain. Talk about coincidence, huh? I mean, literally, look at this. This is... look, it was not like this until about 5 or 10 minutes after my dad walked away with my room and board and that new oppressive rule, just so he can have the comfort of his wife getting away with indirect suicide of their beaten and abused adopted son. Alright.